Hey everyone, we are going to be brewing some coffees for you guys. These are going to be the 2 subscription coffees that you're going to be getting this month. We are going to be using the same recipe when we're brewing today. We're going to be using 20 grams of coffee, 300 grams of water. It's one of our standard recipes here. We're going to be doing this in 4 pours. And we will be giving out, starting this month, 4 recipes for each coffee we're going to be giving you. This is not one of the recipes we're going to be giving you. We're actually going to be using the exact same recipe for both of these coffees because they are quite similar. We're going to be using a 98-degree water to that 20 to 300 that I was talking about. So we're just going to start brewing, and we'll be talking to you while we're brewing the coffee, and we'll talk to you a little bit afterwards about the taste notes that we're having, the hot aroma, and we'll go through taste notes when they're hot and when they're cold now. So the first coffee that we're going to be making, and the one that I'm making here, is a washed Kenyan coffee. This is from one of our favorite roasters in Italy, Gardelli. We've brought them in a few times. Gardelli is 3-time World Roaster Champions, and we really love their coffees. They never miss, which is kind of frustrating actually. The other coffee that we're going to be brewing, I'm going to have Alex talk about for a brief second here.
Yes, I'll be brewing a coffee here from Ecuador. It's a washed coffee from La Josefina estate. This is included in your subscription for this month. Really great coffee. So we're just going to finish brewing up that right now.
So, like I said, we're doing one of our classic recipes. We did a 50-gram bloom, waited 30 seconds, and then we're doing 2 pours in the middle here, both 100 grams, both circular pours, staying on that bed of coffee and not on that paper filter to make sure that there's nothing bypassing that coffee and diluting what we're having here. And then we're going to be doing a last pour of 50 grams that will be just in the center. The reason why we're doing that just central pour in the middle there is because we're pouring less amount of water, and we want to make sure that the coffee is draining down in roughly the same amount of time as those 100-gram pours. And because we're pouring less water, we need to do that directionally just in the center. So we're going to go ahead and do our last pour in a couple seconds here. But before we do that, we are going to preheat our cups a little bit just to make sure that our coffee stays hot, and we can talk about hot aroma a little bit longer with you guys. This Kenyan smells so sweet. Amazing, I'll take that. We decided to do 2 coffees that were relatively similar to each other this time for a subscription, so they're a little bit easier to brew. They're going to be similar in flavor profile, but they are going to be quite different as well. You're going to have some very fun lemon notes with the Kenyan. You're going to have some blackberry in there, some tea-like notes and floral notes as well. And you'll have some of the same similar notes in the Ecuador. It's going to be a little bit more on the tropical side with some mango notes as well on that one. So we're finishing our drawdown, which is going to be in about 10 seconds here. We're going to end around 2 minutes and 30 to 2 minutes and 40 seconds total brew time there. So mine's just finishing up here. So I'm going to set this to the side. Here's that for you. They're smelling completely different. What are you smelling, Alex?
Getting really nice notes of berries, melon in that washed Ecuador.
Certainly. Oh, that's so sweet. I missed good Kenyans. It's been a while since we've had good Kenyans coffees just because they were going through a major drought. You might have noticed last year, we brought in a natural Kenyan from Onyx Coffee Labs in Benton, Arkansas. And that's just something that's a little bit out of the ordinary. Last year, there was a drought in Kenya, and Kenya, the government controls the coffee industry in Kenya, and they force them to process stuff using the washed coffee process, which uses a lot of water. Because of that drought, they weren't able to do that, so you were able to have some natural Kenyan coffees, which was great, but the quality of Kenyan coffees has gone down a little bit, so it's nice to see a really clean, balanced Kenyan coffee here from Gardelli. Definitely getting that lemon, got that blackberry. I was kind of skeptical. One of the notes that Gardelli gave us for this coffee was vanilla, and I rarely taste vanilla clearly in a coffee. This one is very vanilla though, in a really nice way and pleasant way. And I'll say also a little bit honey as well. I get that tart grapeness that they reference in the tasting notes also. I also get blueberry a little bit. It's really sweet, it's really pleasant. I like that a lot. Certainly more body on the Ecuador, but still very clean and balanced. I would say a light medium body on the Wash Kenyan. There's more of a medium, maybe, no, I would say pretty much just a medium body on the Wash Ecuador here. Very round mouthfeel, kind of silky. Definitely getting melon, mango. What else are you finding in there?
So as it goes hot, I was getting more notes of like the stronger mango, a little bit of raspberry. Seeing as it's cooling down, it's tending more towards the melon, getting a little bit of brown sugar in there as well.
Okay, yeah, I definitely see that. They're both very sweet coffees. They're both very clean coffees and both very balanced coffees. Like I said, we wanted to give you something a little bit different than the past couple subscriptions that have been a little bit more out there. You had Hyro last month, which was very out there. And then before that, you had the Natural Pacamara from Colombia. And both of those coffees are very unbalanced, but very fruity. These ones are a lot more clean, a lot more balanced. We wanted to highlight Wash coffees with these subscriptions here. I hope you are enjoying your subscription. Please let us know what recipes you're using to brew with, what you think of these coffees, if these tasting notes are accurate, if they aren't accurate. Please let us know. We always love hearing your feedback. We're also going to be sending out an email in the future here just asking how you're enjoying the subscription, what you're brewing these coffees on. So then we can tailor the recipes that we do give you for what you're brewing on. We're going to be starting to give 4 recipes for each of these coffees during every month. So I'm going to be creating recipes for AeroPress, for V60. I'm going to give you a rough recipe for espresso, and I'm also probably going to be doing Clever Dripper also. If you are brewing on something other than those, please let us know. I want to be able to accommodate what you're brewing on. I want this to be accessible and approachable for you brewing at home. Thanks for tuning in and actually watching this. We put a lot of time and effort into making sure that you guys are getting excellent coffees and that we're tailoring it as much as we can to you. So I hope you're enjoying the subscription and have a good month.